welcome back to At Home Crypto. Today we'll be showing off something new. This is the AvalonMiner 741. You can see on the side here it's got some of the details of this. 7.3 terahash and the power consumption is 1150. So this is twice the terahash of the S7 made by AvalonMiner and about half the power needed. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to unbox this as well as what comes in the box and how to connect them. Okay, so when you get this box in the mail, there's AvalonMiner on the side. Look at the bottom, one side looks like that. You're going to open the opposite side. Scissors through here, both sides, through there, and this opens up like this. One thing I will note, this explains on the top what comes in it. Welcome card, very little information. You'll laugh about that. An AUC3 cable, the converter for that, and I'll show you those also. USB cable, a logo sticker, and the AvalonMiner itself, or the AvalonMiner itself. So this is the documentation you get. So it's not much there. I had to do a lot of research on forums to make sure I was connecting everything right. And then I'll have to do a separate video for how to actually get into the miner and start mining via the software. So this is pretty unique. There is no software on the AvalonMiner itself. Inside the box we have a USB cable. We have what they call the AUC3 converter. I have another one already opened over there, but I'll show you this. There, that's where your AUC3 cable will go in. And then you have a little mini USB that goes to the controller. The controller is actually just a Raspberry Pi 3. Excuse me. I bought theirs just so I could keep everything as AvalonMiner and test that. This is the AUC3 cable there. Okay, so we're going to leave those and pull up on the styrofoam. And then reach in, and there's your miner. Alright, smells plasticky. AvalonMiner, the 741. Alright, so let's put this up here on top of each other. Now, I had shown you the AUC3 cable. One side goes to, here, come around this side and I'll show them. So, there, you'll see this AUC3 cable goes to the back of the AvalonMiner, and then here to this converter. Now the other end of the converter runs and goes all the way over here to, this is the controller. And it's basically a Raspberry Pi. This is the operating system of these. And you can connect up to 20 of these AvalonMiners to this one controller. Okay, and it's just like any Raspberry Pi 3 if you're comfortable with those. Audio port, you have an HDMI port, and then you have your mini USB which is used to power it. Okay, and then you have LAN cable. This comes with a specific IP address already assigned to it. It's in the 192.168.0.100 range. Okay, so when I show you in that video, I'll also show you how to change your computer to be able to communicate this, because you have to change your computer and then connect with your LAN cable that it does not come with to this. Alright, you know, with just LAN to LAN from here to your computer there. Also note that this does not come, the controller does not come with a LAN cable, an HDMI cable. It doesn't come with anything other than the box. So you'll need your own mini USB power for it. Pretty standard, but it's a 5 volt. But that's very, very standard for anybody will have those. And then underneath, it already comes with the firmware loaded, or really OS, since it's Raspberry Pi. But it's a AvalonMiner kind of controller, and if you log in, it says Avalon and has a login for it. Always change your passwords. Okay. Now, this is the battery power supply that I bought for this. This is 1200 watt. As you saw, it's only needed 1150, but 1200 because of buffering. You always get 1200 is recommended, but the HPs is really well recommended. And I've got these few of these for different other miners. And then I like the breakout board that comes with this. Notice that this has just the PCIe or PCIX on both sides. The plug-in, it doesn't have those little screws you have to screw into the breakout board and then plug in. Those are always a hassle in my opinion. Excuse me. So this was the first time I had seen this, actually, this kind of breakout board where it had the PCI already to it. And of course, since we're only using the 6, that's all we need. And if you notice, the AvalonMiner has 6 connections also. There. Okay, one of the other things I wanted to show you is this is how you will connect multiple Avalon miners to one Avalon controller. We take our AUC3 cable, right, and even though it comes with the converter, you don't need that anymore because the converter is only used between the AUC3 to the miner to the controller. That's the only time you would use that converter. But now, what you'll do is use this, and we'll plug in this end there, and plug in the other end there, like that. Very good. Cool. So those are connected now. Let me show you one other thing here on our breakout board. The power. This is your power button. There. Heard that? No. Let me go ahead and plug this in for you. And you'll see it's there. This is actually much quieter than the S7. That's just our bottom one. Right there. Because you see, of course, I don't have any power plugged in the top one. I was just trying to show you that, but you can see it's all the same. Notice it's got our 12.5 voltage showing us that. There. And then on the side we have these 2 LEDs on the circuit boards. Those are on the AvalonMiner itself. 2 there, and then also 2 over on that side for the circuit boards. And you can't quite tell, but if you zoom in a little bit, like this, look at the way those heat sinks work inside the honeycomb. They're all at a slant, like at an angle at each other. It's interesting. I was reading about that, and they said that it's better for heat dissipation because these only have one fan on the front. And you can actually control these LEDs if you want to within the Avalon controller. Okay, so that's the AvalonMiner 741. Again, with 7.5 terahash capabilities. It's been pretty stable. It is quieter. This isn't mining right now. I just powered it on so you can see what this breakout board looks like and what it kind of looks like. But right now it's not mining. When it mines, it sounds more like what it sounded like at the beginning, which is still quieter, in my opinion, than the S7. So that is the Avalon S Miner. Feel free to send us any questions in the comments. Let us know what else you might want to know about these. And we can be happy to help you answer any questions or how to configure them. It's not for beginners. It really is not, because of what you need for the Raspberry Pi and the way you connect. It's not as plug and play by any means as that AntMiner miners, which are very, honestly, very plug and play. You plug the LAN in. Actually, one other quick point. Notice there is no LANs on these. The LAN is all done through the controller, and you can even turn on. Raspberry Pis have Wi-Fi, so you can even turn on Wi-Fi and put these solutions in an area that you don't have access to a LAN connection. All right, thank you everyone. Again, I'm Alan Williamson with At Home Crypto. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed.